प्रोस्टिट्यूशन भारत में इसे अवैध नहीं माना जाता, मगर इसका व्यवसाय करना अवैध है। एक सर्वे के मुताबिक 12 लाख नाबालिग लड़कियां जबरदस्ती इस व्यवसाय में शामिल है। आज पॉजिटिव वाइब्स में हम मिलेंगे मिस्टर एंसन थॉमस से, जिसने तकरीबन 800 नाबालिग महिलाओं को इस चुंगल से आजाद कराया। यह कार्य आसान नहीं था, लेकिन मिस्टर थॉमस पीछे नहीं हटे और डट के हर मुश्किलों का सामना किया। चलिए उनसे ही पूछते हैं कि किस तरह उन्होंने ये काम को अंजाम दिया।
स्वागत है दोस्तों आपका पॉजिटिव वाइब्स विद यूनुस सुरती में। आज हम मिलने जा रहे हैं एक ऐसी हस्ती से जिसका नाम है मिस्टर एंसन थॉमस। आपने देखा एक छोटा सा क्लिप कि किस तरह से मिस्टर थॉमस ने ये कार्य किया है। आइए उनसे ही पूछते हैं कि किस तरह से उन्हें इस चीज़ को अंजाम दिया है। Welcome to the show, Mr. Thomas.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job, first of all. So, how and when you started this?
I started working for the cause of human trafficking nearly about 28 years back,
28.
1991, where I started going to these red light areas and working among the children who are born in the brothels.
Okay.
And then slowly I started rescuing these girls who were forced into prostitution.
Okay, so I'm sure that when you were trying to do this job, were you facing a lot of threats from somewhere?
Yeah, I have faced a lot of challenges because this was the business of the brothel keepers.
Okay.
And when you rescue these girls, their business is affected and
Correct.
they are not going to keep quiet. Because it was not just rescuing these girls, because when the FIRs are filed,
Okay.
the brothel keepers used to be arrested
Okay.
and then to get out on bail, and then when the trial begins and they are convicted,
Okay.
many of them were convicted in my cases, and also that due to this conviction many of the brothels were sealed.
Okay.
So it used to really affect them and pinch them.
Correct.
So they don't spare you. It's not easy.
Okay. Do you face any hurdle? Because I understand this pimp who runs this brothel might have hand in glove with police. So how
Yeah.
used to manage that, bringing local police into the action?
These brothel keepers and pimps, they run this thing in the open,
Okay.
because running a brothel is illegal according to the Immoral Traffic Act. Despite all these things happening, the laws are there. They are doing this thing. It's because of the corrupt system which is there.
Okay.
These police people, they are hand in glove with the brothel keepers. They go and collect haftas from the brothel keepers.
Yes.
So if they go and collect money or hafta from the brothel keepers, so if I go there to do rescue, they are not going to support me,
Correct.
because they will always think about the welfare of the brothel
So
keepers.
that's the hurdle you used to face.
Yes.
So sometimes it's to get frustrating that you may not be getting the solution what you're looking for.
Definitely, because you are investing your time, your energy, you're going all the way over there, and for hours together you sit over there at the police station and they tell you like they don't have the police van, they don't have the lady constable
Okay.
or the trafficking officer,
Okay.
or there are times when they inform the brothel keepers that we are coming for a rescue operation.
Okay.
So the entire brothel is being evacuated, or what you call emptied.
Okay.
So when you go over there you see empty brothels, or such type of things which you face. It is because they are hand in glove.
Correct. You said, Mr. Thomas, that you invested a lot of time and energy into this act. So was this your full-time job, or you're working somewhere and given the time for this?
Definitely not. This was not my full-time work and profession. I was an officer in customs, in Mumbai Customs.
Okay.
And I was also a sportsman. I used to play hockey for the Mumbai Customs and Indian Customs. But then I saw that there was a need to go over there, and it was God who took me to this place.
That's nice.
because this was not my cup of tea to go over there and work in such type of places.
Correct. I've read somewhere that you have a mission
Yeah.
to turn this red light area into a green light.
Oh yeah.
What does it mean actually?
In fact, this mission is not just my mission, because it is trafficking, is injustice, bondage,
Okay.
where there is slavery
Correct.
of human,
Correct.
women, children, all type of slavery going on over there. And it's very difficult to go and handle this situation.
Correct.
But then it was on 2nd October 1991. I had gone for a church picnic to Lonavala. 2nd October is Gandhi Jayanti and it's a dry day.
Okay.
You don't get any drinks.
Okay.
But after reaching there, I managed to get a few bottles of beer,
Okay.
paying some extra money.
Okay.
And I sat and drank with my friends.
Okay.
Now my church priest came to know that I had drinks.
Okay.
In front of everyone, he confronted me and told me, Anson, you have broken the fellowship for what you have come here for. And I'm going to tell your father. I felt very insulted
Okay.
because I was working for customs.
Correct.
28 years back, training,
Yeah.
I was like a Ben Johnson.
Okay.
And this priest telling me, I will tell your father.
Correct.
I told him, go tell my father, I'm not scared of you. And the whole day I didn't speak to him.
Okay.
But then coming back from Lonavala, I thought to myself, there were many times I used to drink. Not that I'm an alcoholic,
Okay.
but a social drinker.
Okay.
But that day, I had little beer, everyone came to know. So I thought this is my weakness
Okay.
and I should give it up.
Oh.
That day night I went home, I caught my dad's hand and I told my daddy, Daddy, I used to drink. Today too I had drinks. I make a promise to you, never in my life I'll drink.
Okay.
The promise which I made was not only to my dad, it was to God.
Okay.
Because I can fool my dad, I can fool everyone, but not God. The next day I went to the house where this priest was staying and I told him, I have made a promise I'll not drink. You know what he told me? Anson, do you know why I confronted you? It is the love, it is a concern I have for you. That love, that concern changed my life in a small way, where one day I knelt down and I confessed all my sins to Jesus.
Okay.
And I got the real peace, happiness and joy, and that was the most happiest day in my life.
Okay.
And from then on I started carrying my Bible with me wherever I used to go.
That's good.
And one day the same priest asked me to go to Sion Hospital
Okay.
to meet an alcoholic. I went over there and that's how I started working among alcoholics, drug addicts, people who are HIV positive.
Correct.
And from there slowly I started going out on the roads, where from VT to CST to Colaba. When I was walking, I came across these customers
Okay.
who were trying to find out which women,
Okay.
which girl is beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay.
So I used to go to them and tell them a slogan in Hindi, that is 2 minute ka maja, zindagi bhar ka saja, AIDS hai iski wajah. That is 2 minutes pleasure, lifelong suffering. This is what AIDS can give you. And here you're paying money, there is fear, there is guilt, there is this disease of AIDS. Then how can you enjoy sex? But with your wife you don't have to pay money. There is no fear, there is no guilt. And that's how you can enjoy sex to the climax. And that here you may be thinking no one is watching you, but then there is someone who watches and that is God. And that's how I slowly started working among the customers, then among the women.
Okay.
And it was during that particular time, that is 91, 92, it used to come in the newspapers
Okay.
about HIV AIDS
Okay.
and the red light area called Kamatipura.
Kamari Pura.
So one day late in the night, I went over there, walked for 1 hour up and down the lanes. There were pimps calling me, girls calling me. And I could really feel the power of darkness over there.
Okay.
And I got so scared. And I went back to the bus stop to go back home.
Okay.
And that's where I said, God, why did you bring me here? All of a sudden, I got the spiritual strength
Okay.
and went back. And then I started working among the children. I took a soccer ball with me and started playing with those kids over there in the dirty lanes.
Okay.
The ball used to fall in the dirty gutters, pick it up, wash it, and play with those kids over there. So the brothel keepers and the pimps started wondering, who is this guy showing love and concern for the children?
Okay.
And that's how I started working among them. And then took high profile cricketers over there like Steve Off, Adam Gilchrist, Nicky Boy, Joel Garner, Ian Bishop, Murli Karthik, Harbhajan Singh, Abhi Kurwala, Tinu Yohanan, Even to get an autograph or a photograph, it is difficult.
Correct.
Sunil Shetty, film actor. So I started using them as positive role models to go over there, working among the children. And that's how those children who would have become pimps and prostitutes, today they have done their MBA, BSc nursing, general nursing, diploma in engineering, graduate, postgraduate. And many of those kids are married today and they are living a settled life. Going there, I started seeing young girls who are trapped inside the brothels, who cannot come out. And that's how I started rescuing these girls one after the other. And I could rescue only over 800 girls.
Wow.
I could have done much more, but because of the corrupt system.
Correct system.
But then CNN, IBM and Reliance Industries wanted to honor me
Okay.
with the Real Heroes Award for women empowerment.
I've seen that award that you have been
Yeah.
Real Heroes Award you have
Yes.
received. Correct.
So that's when I received this award. I made a statement that my mission, my vision is to see the whole red light area into a green light area.
So you're only doing this rescuing, or apart from this, you're also doing some other things as well?
It's not just the rescuing that I do, because even if you rescue these girls and keep them in a protective home, they have gone through a lot of traumas,
Okay.
because in a day itself they have to attend nearly 15, 20 customers.
Okay.
So if you rescue them and keep them, but still they go through this trauma, because those people who go to them are as old as their grandfather,
Okay.
their father's age, people with all type of disease,
Okay.
addiction. So rescuing alone is not the answer.
Not the answer.
So what I'm working on is prevention.
Okay.
And that's where I have come out with different products, where I go to colleges,
Okay.
organization, and I speak on this, how you can prevent this modern day slavery. I have come out with calendars on human trafficking, what the laws are, the constitution says, and that the only safe sex is abstinence before marriage and faithfulness afterwards. And t-shirt autographed by Sachin Tendulkar, which says not for sale, that women and children are not for sale. So this is another which I'm doing, and that's where we have to all work together. So it's not some few people, but each and every citizen of a country have to be concerned about this modern day slavery.
Very true. Very true. Some great words, Mr. Thomas. We really appreciate your time for giving us this interview. I'm sure you're going to continue with this.
Yeah.
Wish you all the best for this, and thank you once again, Mr.
Yeah, and you can get in touch with me on my WhatsApp number. Should I?
Sure. So I will be sharing the WhatsApp number for Mr. Thomas. Okay, and if you feel that you can get in touch with him with the kind of job he's been doing for us, do contact him. Thank you.
Thank you.
तो ये थे मिस्टर एंसन थॉमस अपनी पॉजिटिव वाइब्स के साथ। आपने सुना किस तरह से अपनी मेहनत और लगन से उन्हें एक समाज में सुधार लाने की कोशिश की। हम इसे जज्बे को सलाम करते हैं। मैं बहुत जल्द मिलूंगा ऐसे कई लोगों से। तब तक इस बंदे को दे इजाज़त और दुआ में याद।